All right, I'm recording.
Okay, I am now recording as well. Shall we introduce ourselves for the recording? Um, Even though no one is
Possibly.
here currently. Okay, I'll go first. Hello, anyone that might be listening. I am Ava, and today I will be debuting a new character who's going to be in an actual game later this month, and his name is Penn Scrib.
Oh, that's wild. I'm Alex. I'm also doing a character that's going to be in a game later this month. I'm playing. Oh, I forgot his name. Dime. That's not a good sign if I forget my character's name.
uh, that's I mean probably better here than like in the actual game. This is just silly times. It doesn't matter if shit goes off the rails here. So
Kitty
gotta
time intensifies.
yes, they're both cats. Um, Basically, Alex said I'm making a little cat character, and I said I have a little cat character. They're gonna be friends.
And it
And then
worked.
it worked. We're gonna make it happen, by God. Okay. Alex, do you wanna uh open it? I guess
Yes. I don't have a book. I can't do a funny fantasy opening.
you can
We
do a
come.
funny fantasy. Oh shit!
We.
Sorry.
I can't do a funny fantasy opening in this voice.
Yes.
We come to the town of Coleridge, a small town in. Oh God, where did I put it?
I think I just forgot where you put it as well. It's not in Giznep.
It's in a country. I swear.
No, hang on. We can figure this out. I'm searching.
I've lost my town.
A town lost to the sands of time. Oh, hang on. Oh, Google actually gave me a result. I think it's in Pixar, is where you put it.
Is it?
I think so.
Uh, sure. Pixar. And if that's wrong, we'll just kind of like put text on the screen. I guess. I'm not an editor.
I can put text
So
on
we
the
go.
screen.
Bottom text, top text. We come to the town of Coleridge in the land of Pixar. Um, a small town with not many things in it, but, plenty to do if you know where to go. There's an ice cream shop that sells only road-based ice creams. And of course, the focal point of this tale, the Cat's Cauldron, a magic shop for all your magic needs, whether you be wizard, warlock, or cleric. Filled with wands and other such things, and ran by two wizards. Not by anyone else, we swear. These wizards being. I feel like I'm getting a history lesson. Oh God, what are the names? Yes.
uh,
I found them. Farthing, the abjuration wizard, and Nico, the divination wizard. Both married and both living in the Cat's Cauldron on the upper floor, and both also having a son. That son's name was Dime, who was currently sitting at the counter of the shop, waiting for a customer.
and in a customer walks. I assume there's like a little bell over the door.
Oh, of
Um,
course.
you can't have a shop in Einquo that doesn't have a little bell over the door.
It
Um,
doesn't have a little bell. What's the point?
what's the fucking point of owning having a store if there's not a little bell over the door that like dingling when people walk in. So the little bell goes off because the door is being pushed open. This is stupid. Do you want to roll a perception roll for Dime to see if he can see Penn as he walks in? Put it in
But I feel like I shouldn't use that because it'd be on the recording.
Some people use physical dice, or you can do it in the 12 FPS roll zone.
Oh yeah, there is that.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing, the power of technology.
Mm-hmm. You can use physical dice too. Oh, a fair few people do.
I don't know where they are now that I'm saying it out loud.
Yeah, better use the dice parser for now then.
Oh god, what is perception? +1, I think? Wisdom?
Wait, don't you have... Oh, right, you have the fucking Excel spreadsheet! F!
I have a one that I manually filled out, yes.
Yeah. I don't know what investigation is. I just have Dungeon Master's. I don't know what perception is. I just have.
Is it investigation or perception? Those are two different things.
Perception. I was looking at investigation because that's highlighted on my sheet because Penn has proficiency in that. But
I also have proficiency. Me, handshake, you.
What is perception? I don't know what perception comes from.
It looks like a wisdom modifier, so it's saying perception and then in parentheses wisdom.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
I win.
Okay. Yeah, with a 19, Dime definitely sees as Penn walks in, despite the fact that Penn is very short. Penn is a little under 2 feet tall, and in modern day, Dime is 3 feet tall, but this is 2 years ago, so he's probably a little shorter than that. So he's like
a little bit.
He's closer to Penn's height. He can see Penn walking through the door.
And Dime like excitedly like he's standing on like a stool on the counter so he can like reach up to the top, and he like puts all his weight on the counter to like lean over and go hello.
Penn looks slightly startled, and then looks over to Dime and like waves hello. Do you want to roll insight?
Sure, I'll roll again.
Me, I don't know what to do, so I'm just gonna make you roll shit for now.
Oh no, what's insight? Oh, I do have a proficiency. Cool. I lose.
This is fair because Penn has a very deadpan expression. So he's just kind of looking around the store now that he's gotten over his like initial surprise at being greeted by a small child. Yeah, but Dime doesn't really get anything more than that. Penn's just like looking around. I think he like walks over to some shelves and starts trying to see what's on them because he's not tall enough to see any of the higher shelves.
Can't even get onto some of the roller coasters at the theme park.
He can't. Anything with a height restriction, pretty much, he can't.
Dime like is like looking over at Penn and just goes like, "Hey, can I interest you in some of any starter wands?"
Penn turns around again, very surprised because that is what he came in here for, is a wand, and he's like, I think he just like nods at that, and walks back over toward the counter where Dime is.
Dime reaches under the counter and then like takes a bucket out. You know, like a display bucket.
Okay.
And he brings it up to the counter, and inside of it are like a bunch of like children's wands.
Oh my god.
There's like, like pink and stars everywhere. There's definitely a few mascot wands in there.
You don't have to roll insight for this. Penn is just fucking glaring at the bucket. He's just like, I didn't realize starter wands meant baby wands.
Dime is smiling very proudly.
um, so at this point in time, does Dime know any tune sign or any sign language?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, that fits. So I think what happens is Penn signs something, and Dime, you just have no idea what the fuck he's saying.
Those sure are hand movements. May I offer you a wand in this trying time?
Pen sighs, and he's gonna try and pull a pen and paper out of his hammer space. Okay, it's just barely not a fumble. So he takes out like a notepad and pen, but I'm.
What's the pen look like?
It's just like a regular ballpoint pen. It's like the kind that companies give out for free as a promotion, and he's just taking it.
Does it have like a bank's insignia on it or something?
It probably has like some sort of boring business logo on it that's like just black and white.
It doesn't even have any fun graphic design.
No, it doesn't. And he writes something down and shows Dime the paper, and it says, I need a wand, but not a starter wand, not a child's wand.
Oh, advanced are we? And then Dime puts the bucket down, and he takes out like another bucket, and they're slightly bigger child wands.
Oh my god!
Now these are what I currently use.
Penn is very. Actually, roll insight again. 18. Okay, yeah, you can tell that Penn is extremely mad, and he's trying very hard not to be mad at you, but he is very, very mad about the fact that you're still offering him kitty wands.
Sorry. The joke is good.
It is. But it happens to Penn everywhere he fucking goes that people mistake him for a child. He's used to it, but he doesn't like it.
Simply don't be short. Problem solved.
Simply don't be small and cute.
Yeah.
And Penn reaches into his hammer space, which I haven't mentioned. It is his scarf. He's just like reaching into the folds of his scarf. And he pulls out his current wand, which is like looking. Do you want to roll investigation on this? It is. You can tell without a roll that it's a fucking adult wand, and it's just plain wood.
Sure, I'll roll investigation. Let's see what this wand has to offer.
9.
9?
Yeah. Well, it's enough to tell this is a wand for adults. It's just plain wood, but it is looking like a little bit beat up. Like it's been in use for a few years and not the most careful of use. And Penn flips to a new page in his book, and he's just like, I need a new one like this.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that. And Dime puts the bucket down. And then you see like Dime drop down from the counter stool, and like a few seconds pass by, and then he comes out from behind the counter and starts to like guide you towards another shelf.
Okay. Penn will go with him. He's not salty about the fact Dime's taller than him. What are you talking about?
And then so Dime walks over to one of the shelves, and then like reaches up and picks up one of the like like the display box, and brings it closer to like Penn's level, and it's filled with like more like aesthetically pleasing adult ones than just like wood stick.
But they don't have like the sparklies and decorations, right?
No, unless you want that.
No. Penn is like looking.
May I offer you a sparkly star in this trying time?
Penn is like looking a lot less angry, and I think he just reaches into the box that Dime has brought down and grabs a wand at random and like pulls it out.
It looks like a wand.
Yep, that's all he really needs to know. So he like, yeah, takes it and starts trying to go walk over to the counter to like buy it, I guess.
Dime puts the display box back and walks back to the counter. It takes a few seconds, and then you hear like a and then he like hops on the stool.
To be fair, Penn should probably have a stool out too. He cannot see over the fucking counter. He's just like lifting up to put the wand on the counter, and after that, who knows? He can't see what's going on up there.
Dime like takes the wand and like looks at it for a second, and then like he writes down the amount of money needed for like payment. Starts crafting the receipt. How does money work for wands? How much do they cost?
I don't know. Some amount of gold, probably. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think about what amount of gold Penn has right now, so we can just hand wave it.
Yeah, Dime reaches over to the counter for like a paw and just goes, "All right, now the gold."
Yeah.
It just doesn't say an amount.
I think Penn does write down how much is that, and holds up the piece of paper that he's written on over his head so that it's visible over the counter.
It like flops down though.
Like sighs and puts it on the counter and tries to like shove it forward so that Dime can see it.
I don't know how much gold is worth. How much wand's worth?
You can just say he
like,
says the amount.
Yeah, Dime says the amount.
Okay, and Penn goes to Penn pulls the required amount of gold out of his hammer space and lifts it up onto the counter.
Dime then puts it in the register, and this nondescript amount of gold will hopefully never come up again.
No.
Dime is like handing you the receipt.
Is he handing him the wand as well, or is that still up on the counter?
It's still up on the counter. Dime's doing a thing to it.
Okay. Ken takes the receipt and like shoves it into his scarf, and into his hammer space it goes.
And then Dime hands you the wand, like carefully over the counter.
Okay, Penn takes it.
And you could see there's a sparkly sticker added to the bottom.
Oh my god!
But it's not permanent. It's just like a gold star kind of thing.
Yeah, but still, Penn is like... I think he's just like standing there, staring at the wand and fuming, and he's like... Hang on.
You thought you got out of the gold stars, did you?
Hang on.
And then Dime is just like...
Oh my god. I rolled a whiz save for him and he got an 8. He's like trying to remind himself kids just do this shit sometimes, but he's very frustrated. You hear like a very soft like tapping noise, and that's Penn trying to stomp on the floor.
Dime is like smiling happily and just goes, and thanks for the business.
And like waves and like starts making his way back to the door. He's already trying to peel the sticker off.
You hear stomping from the stairs coming down. Like, you know, like general normal people walking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Penn sort of pauses. He's like, wait, are there adults here? I could have been talking to an adult.
Is this an investigation check roll? Sure, or like perception or whatever.
Maybe perception.
Okay, roll a perception to see who comes downstairs. Cool. So, down the stairs, I've never described them, and I never will. Are two cats that are clearly adult sized and everything. As compared to Penn sized. And they arrive at the bottom of the stairs, and you can see that they're most likely Dime's parents. And they look like they're getting ready to like go somewhere.
I think Penn kind of steps to the side of the doorway so that if they make their way to the doorway, he doesn't get run over.
Nickel looks down at you and goes, the adult.
Penn looks very pleasantly surprised for a moment and then starts nodding.
And then Nickel like reaches a hand forward to like shake Penn's hand.
He probably has to like bend down, but Penn will reach forward to shake as well.
And then Nickel goes, and we will need you to look after the shop for a moment. We need to step out. And he says we need to step out in more of a serious voice. But he has like a cheerful expression on his face.
Penn like takes one look towards the door and then one look towards where Dime is still like happily behind the counter and is just like I think he signs like for how long? Now comes the question, do Nickel and Farthing know Toonkind?
I think that like the divination wizard things, they know this would have happened, so they would have learned basic Toonkind.
That's very nice of them. Sure.
Yeah, consider it.
Mm-hmm.
And Nickel just goes like, for about like, oh god, does this place have regular time?
Yes.
Okay. No toony stuff here.
Min hours. No, it's regular time. As far as I know. If there's weird time, I don't know about it.
Post in the comments below if there's weird time.
In Inkwell.
And make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And he goes like, oh, around like 30 minutes an hour. There's something we need to attend to.
Penn like considers it for a moment, but then he's like, he doesn't really have anywhere to be. So he like nods.
And like Farthing and Nickel nod back and they go like, thank you, and then they leave.
Penn like watches them leave, and then he looks over at Dime again.
Dime is smiling.
I think Penn flips to a new page in his notebook and he writes down, do your parents just leave you with random strangers often?
They know who to trust. And then he just doesn't explain that further.
Penn is giving him a look, which admittedly looks about the same as his resting face, of just deadpan, what the fuck? If you want to roll insight on that to see if Dime realizes that Penn is, like, not okay with that.
Yeah.
16. Yeah, Dime can tell that Penn thinks that this whole situation is weird. He's like...
Oh, he's a divination wizard. He knows things.
Penn nods, but he doesn't look very convinced. But he's just like, you know what? Fine. That's fine. Inkwell is already so goddamn weird. This might as well happen.
You can see in the corner of the shop. Hold on, actually, with perception, roll a perception thing.
Okay. Check my perception again. 3. It's a nat 1. Oh my god.
Something is happening in the corner of the shop.
Oh dear god.
Who can say what?
It's just, I think, gonna assume that's just a normal thing that happens in wizard shops here. And just, he, like, flips to a new page in his notebook and he's like, anyway, what's your name, kid?
Oh, I'm Dime.
And he writes down, nice to meet you, Dime. My name is Penn.
Oh, like the pen you're holding?
No, there's 2 N's. He's like, he, like, points at the second N and just, like, stares at you for a moment.
Dime is like, how old is he in this? He's like
6 at this point, I think. I think we said this was 2
6.
years ago, so.
He knows how to spell in quotation marks.
That's fair. I never remember how old kids are when they learn to read and write.
It's like kindergarten, first grade kind of thing.
I don't know how old that is. That's probably 6, right? He can...
I think he's like, he knows how to write, but like, kinda.
So like the exact spelling is not quite there.
Yeah, and he's just like nodding. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna roll insight for. I'm gonna roll insight for Penn to see if he realizes he with a 12. I think he has like an inkling. It's because okay, Dime's young enough that he probably doesn't know the nuances of spelling, so he like lowers the paper and like nods in response to yes, like the pen.
New nickname, Ballpoint.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
In the
That's not
corner of
even
the
a
shop.
nickname. That's so much longer than his actual name.
It's a nickname, they're shorter. And
No.
sometimes they're like so
Sometimes
much
they're
longer.
much longer.
In the corner of the shop, you hear like a bump and then a chattering.
I think Penn is going to want to take more of a look at that.
Yeah, Dime gets down from the counter to take a look too.
Should we roll investigation?
Yeah, sure.
Oh my god. It's a 9 for Penn. He's not doing well today.
You're at the wrong corner. No. You get to the corner, and something's fallen down. And it seems as if the culprit is currently chattering away.
Is it like... With a 9, can I tell if the culprit is like a person or like...
Oh, it's definitely an object.
Okay. Now I'm very curious what the fuck is going on, and Penn is also like, what the fuck is going on? But he's not gonna say that because Dime is a child.
Child. Dime voice, what's a curse?
Oh, you mean like the magic?
Oh, well, that's my teacher next time I see him. Dime like walks and like sees the corner and goes, "Oh no, it happened again."
Penn just gives a look like, again? What happened again? What happened the first time?
And you see for a moment Dime concentrating as I look up how to use Mage Hand.
I think it's like a cantrip, right?
It is a cantrip, but also I want to make sure I'm using it correctly.
I'm also looking it up. So, a spectral floating hand appears at a point you choose within range. Lasts for the duration, which is 1 minute, or until you dismiss it. It has to be within 30 feet of you.
Alright. Yeah, okay.
It can't attack, activate magic items, or carry more than 10 pounds.
So Dime concentrates for a moment, and then a spectral hand appears. Which you can tell is Mage Hand. It's a simple spell.
Is it a little kitty paw?
It does have kitty paw. It does have the beans.
Oh, very cute.
And he starts to guide it around to look for something. Because it's around, but somewhere.
Penn is watching this with some degree of being nervous about it, because it's if you're feeling around for something but you're using a mage hand to do it, that's probably because it's gonna do something not great to your hand if you used your actual hand.
Do you want to roll what is this, insight, investigation, or something?
Depends on what it's for.
For what he's trying to grab.
That probably could be either insight or investigation, huh? My insight's better. Can I roll that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. 23.
I believe these are in your what is it? Pocket? Whatever.
Hammer space?
Yeah, in your hammer space. But what he's looking for is a pair of clattering teeth.
Penn will also cast Mage Hand because he also has that spell. And also start feeling around and trying to chase the things out or find them.
Is it also a cat paw?
Penn doesn't really have cat paws, so no, it wouldn't match, but it is like it probably is like similar to his actual hand, which is like a simple
Nub.
outline over like a white circle, except the circle is semi-transparent, so you can tell that it's mage hand and not his actual disembodied hand. Should I roll? Should we roll like investigation or something to
Sure,
find?
let's both roll investigation. We'll find this hand whether we want to or not.
Investigation.
I do not.
Okay. So Dime got a nat 1, but it's fine. Penn got a 22.
Underneath the shelf, the teeth like kind of clatter against the mage hand and try to like bite into it.
And Penn's mage hand sort of like grabs the teeth and drags them out and lifts them up, so they're just like chattering in midair.
I don't know how those keep getting in the walls or however they get into the shop. Always knock over the merchandise. And for one, you know that that's a pretty big word for a 6-year-old.
Yeah, he's like, oh, cool, this kid knows words. Wait, what the fuck do you mean these things keep getting into the walls and you don't know how? You just...
and you could see that, like, the teeth definitely knocked over a bit of merchandise, a bit of the stock. A box of, like, brooms are on the ground. There's some hay, like, everywhere now.
I think Penn, like, holds up the chattering teeth in Dime's direction, like, do you want this?
Hold on, I got a place for that. And then Dime goes back to the counter, and then he takes out a cage with just, like, another chattering tooth in it on, like, a hamster wheel.
Oh my god, I love that.
And, like, opens it up for you to drop the second one.
Yep, Penn drops that right in. And he's like...
I call this one hat because it knocked over all the hats. So that one will be broom. And then he puts it back underneath the counter.
I hold Dime very soft. That's fucking adorable.
And then he goes like, he goes to try and pick the box of brooms back up, but he's having a difficulty.
Do you wanna roll strength?
Yes, strength. As a wizard, that's my best stat.
I mean, do you think Penn's any good at it either?
16.
Okay.
He picks the box up.
Yeah.
Puts it back. But like underneath the box, one of the brooms was destroyed.
Oh dang.
Gravity, it got to it.
Mm-hmm. Penn's like, if you want to roll insight,
You know me, I'd love to roll insight.
Sorry, I keep prompting for insight, but oh boy, it's the most common roll in these for a reason. 17. Yeah, Penn is looking at this destroyed broom, very concerned, like, I'm the responsible adult in the shop right now. Am I gonna have to pay for that?
Dime points to the counter and goes, there's a piece of paper back there on like a board. Can you grab it for me?
Okay. Penn will go back towards the counter and I guess I keep trying to roll stuff. Should I roll investigation to see if he finds the paper?
Yeah.
Because
That
Dime
seems
did
difficult.
Dime did not provide many details. I think he
Um,
looks up at the corkboard and there's probably a lot of pieces of paper there.
There's a lot
So
of
he
pieces of paper there.
he
And
uses Mage Hand to grab one at random and then carry it over to Dime.
Dime picks it up and looks at it and goes, "This is for a party." And he shows it to you, and it's a piece of paper broadcasting the local autumn jam.
Dime takes out his notebook and he's like, "Well, what piece of paper did you want?"
The one with the stock on it.
Okay, he will go back over and
There's 5 pieces of paper with different kinds of stock.
I think he's just pulls down all the ones that aren't obviously advertisements and walks back over to Dime with a stack of papers.
Dime is looking at you confused. He takes the stack of papers and just rifling through them and just goes advertisement, 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 and just you see him put down papers and it just looks like there's just like Excel sheets. And then he pulls out a piece of paper that you're surprised got into the stack because it looks like an advertisement and goes here's the stock. And he looks to the broom and just crosses out a random bit of it from what it looks like and then puts it back on the stack of papers.
I hold him soft.
And then he starts to gather the broom up together. The pieces of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing how fragile magical wood can be on a ground.
That sounds ominous when you phrase it like that, but yes.
And yet it's shattered.
I think Penn helps pick up some of the pieces and hands them over to Dime.
Dime kind of brings the waste paper basket over and throws the broom pieces in.
Mm-hmm. I think Penn throws in the pieces that he picked up. I think when he throws them in, there's a disproportionate crash, boom, bang sound effect from the waste paper bin.
Yeah. You can see magical sparkles poof up from it. It falls in the basket and you can see the pieces of the broom get coated with pink and stars. And you cannot tell the difference between the pieces and the kit ones from before.
Penn is just staring at this deadpan. Just this might as well happen.
Dime brings the paper and the waste paper basket back to the counter. And he puts it back onto the counter, gets it all back nice and neat.
Mm-hmm.
And then something happens. Would you like to describe something happening?
Yeah, I guess I'll describe something happening. So I think the bell over the door rings again. And Penn turns around hoping it will be Dime's parents, and it is not. It is... Oh, I just found the opportunity for a cameo.
We love cameos here.
Excellent. Instead, walking in the door is Frank and Ellie Toon that has a strawberry for a head. And You think they're looking around the shop. They don't have a face, so it's very hard to tell, but the strawberry is like turning and looking at turning various directions. You assume they're looking at things.
The fruit, it's rotating. This means something.
And I've forgotten how to do Fleur's voice, so this will be something.
Just like do it in monotone.
No. She has
I
a
am
voice.
Strawberry.
No. So the strawberry-headed Toon is like, I think looks at Dime behind the counter, decides that's a child, catches sight of Penn in front of the counter, decides that's also a child, looks around and finds no other adults, and is like, is this store like open?
I can help you.
Okay, do you have any do you have any beginner wands?
Oh boy, do we? Dime
Sorry.
reaches under the counter. Takes out the box of kid wands again.
And the Toon comes over to look at the wands, and they are, they're actually, unlike Penn, they are actually, like, enthusiastically poking through the bucket. And they're like, ooh, these look... I thought ones all looked, like, plain and boring. These look fun.
These are like the pencils you get in like elementary school that have like kind of tacky designs on them that like, get shredded in the paper. That's exactly what these ones look like.
Oh my god. All illusions I had of Fleur having taste, they go out the window, but actually roll insight for Dime.
Alright.
We're gonna see.
Oh, good.
That's a nat 1. So okay. I rolled for Penn too. So with a nat 1, Dime, as far as you can tell, this Toon is absolutely enthralled with the ones you've presented him with. Penn with a 16 is fairly certain that this person is being polite because this is a child.
Dime is smiling with like, you know how like the look of like a merchant that knows they've made a good deal. It's like that kind of energy.
Trying to picture that look on like a 6-year-old's face. It's just it's adorable. It's like when a little kid tries to be angry. The strawberry Toon who is named Fleur, like pokes through the bucket a little bit more and is like, oh, but I think these might be a little small for me. I'm something of a late start to learning magic.
No, don't worry, we got something for that too. And then Dime pokes the bucket down and takes the slightly larger bucket out.
Fleur does not have an expression because she does not have a face, but it's a moment of quiet. And then she's just like, yeah, okay, I guess this is what I get. And starts looking through the other bucket and is like, maybe there'll be a normal wand in here. With the same energy of like, you know, the magic school bus, please let this be a normal field trip.
Yeah. At the bottom of the bucket, like underneath them all, it's just like a wand that's like normal in quotation marks because it's like it's It's one of the like beginner wands, but it's been like stripped of its design. So it's like stark like white.
Mm, yeah, I think Fleur pulls that one out and is like, oh, this one ought to do pretty. This one ought to work.
I like how Penn knows what the normal ones are.
Penn knows where the normal ones are, but he hasn't been asked. He's just here to make sure Dime's okay and the store doesn't burn down or whatever.
I'm just kind of watching this go down.
Mm-hmm. It's like, hey, you were the one that wanted to be polite to children. This is what you get. You have to you have to pretend to eat mud pies, and you have to buy the stupid silly wands.
Silly ones are a different thing. They're over there. And it's just like a bunch of wands. They're just like squiggles. Entire children's area, but Penn has, or not Penn, Dime has taken a bunch of wands and just put them under the counter, just in case.
And look, twice in one day.
Preparedness.
It worked out today. So I think Fleur takes that relatively plain wand from the bottom of the bin, and pays for it. And then
they receive it, and it has a little star in the end.
Yeah, they're more fine with it than Penn was. It's like
Does Penn still have the sticker, or was he stopped before it was taken off?
He was stopped before he could scratch it off. Yes. Like Fleur was like, "Oh, thank you very much," and waves at Penn, and then heads out.
She was nice. Or they were nice.
Yep. Fleur uses he, she, they, so it's all good.
Cool. Everything works.
Mm-hmm. Well, not everything, but those three.
Yes.
Yeah. And Penn nods. He's I don't think you have to roll insight. He's very clearly just going along with this because Dime said
it. Dime puts the bigger ones underneath the counter.
Mm.
I'm glad we didn't even have to get to our bigger ones. Those are just the big ones.
I think Dime writes down, why don't you have the regular ones back there as well? And shows it to Dime.
Oh, because I like to look at all the sparklies.
Ken's like, you know what, fair. He just like nods. He's like, yeah.
Do you want to see our biggest wand?
Penn nods and he's like, what on earth is the biggest wand? What would that be? He's curious.
Penn reaches beneath the counter and picks it up what could be mistaken as a staff. But when you look at it closer, it's like obviously a wand in its design.
Like there's a handle portion and like stuff like that.
Yeah. It like has like the same kind of like energy as those jumbo pencils.
Mm-hmm. I think Penn looks at it and he's like, he's like, why does that work?
I think it does.
Why do you have that?
Oh, just in case someone big comes by.
And Penn thinks for a moment about like the the size range that tunes come in, and he's on the smaller end. He's seen tunes that are very much on the taller end. So he just like nods, like, yeah, that makes sense.
Penn puts it back under the counter.
Wait. We keep mixing up the names. I'm assuming Dime puts it back?
Yes, Dime puts it back. Oh my god. What are names, really, if we think about it?
We are coming up on an hour, so we should probably start wrapping up.
Yeah.
Which I'm guessing means that, I've forgotten the names of the parents.
Nickel and Farthing.
Yeah, so I'm guessing...
It all comes back to money.
I can remember Farthing, but not the other one. So I'm guessing that they come back into the store now.
Yeah, you hear the bell ring, and they come back in.
And Penn looks over to them, and he's like, "You're back." I think he like signs that, and it's like sort of a question, but also sort of not. He's like, "You're back, right?"
Nickel nods at you, and like snow comes off his hat. There's no snow in the area, so like, yeah. No idea how that happened.
It's like summer, presumably, and Penn is just staring at this. And he's just, what?
Farthing, like, shakes her robe, and you can see, like, more snow fall off of it.
I think, Penn is actually gonna, like, ask, he's like, where did you guys go that there's snow? In an hour!
Oh, we went to the forest. There wasn't snow there. We made the snow there.
And Penn's like, and this was time sensitive?
Yeah.
He's just like staring up at them like, are you gonna elaborate on that? But he doesn't actually ask.
Well, there was one of the, you know, like the kitty ones that we have?
Mm-hmm. He nods.
There's one of those that was, like, stark white. It needed to have, like, you know, a little bit of extra panache. So he went out to get some stuff for it.
Penn's like, I think you're too late.
You didn't sell it, right?
No, we definitely sold it.
Farthing, like, looks at you and then looks at Dime and goes, oh no. And then, like, rushes out. To try and catch the tune that bought it. But like, Nickel crouches down and goes, oh, and thanks for watching, Dime.
Penn nods and is like, do you need to know who bought that wand?
We'll get them eventually.
That's not ominous at all.
But Nickel, like, reaches forward with, like, something in his hand.
Penn, I guess, reaches out to take it.
He drops some gold in your hand.
Oh, Penn's like, oh.
That's just a little thank you from us.
Penn, like, stuffs the gold into his hammer space, and he's like, thanks.
You may now leave.
He does, like, wave goodbye to Dime, before he goes.
Dime waves back.
And then I guess Penn walks out.
Sure was a shopping experience.
Yep. Sure was some kind of experience. Shopping was part of it. And then 2 years passed.
2 years passed and they still haven't found the tune who got the stark white wand.
Legend says they're still out there doing magic with it.
All right.
All right. This has been fun.